Hello, everyone, and welcome to X, Y, and Z. I'm Steve. I'm the X.
And I'm Isaiah. I'm the Z. Let's get into these games.
Let's go, boy.
Let's go.
Uh, I think the first thing we need to talk about is the college championship game.
Let's talk about it.
How surprised was you that the two teams made it to the top?
Well, watching the Michigan Alabama game, I was personally rooting for Michigan because I hate Alabama because I don't really hate Alabama. I just hate teams that just win all the time and they never switch it up. So I was cool to see. It was cool to see Michigan pull that out in OT. It was a crazy game.
Yeah,
So
it
I
was.
definitely didn't expect. I definitely didn't expect Michigan to be able to compete. And they did. And they I mean, they went to OT, scored on that first drive. Even after it's like I don't even know what the percentage is of when you lose the coin toss, you also lose the game. But Michigan lost the coin toss and had to go first, and they stopped Alabama. So
Well, let me ask you this: did J.J. McCarthy make his play for becoming the number one quarterback taken out?
wait, what do you mean?
Well, you mean? I mean, he's going in the draft.
Oh,
Man, that boy balled out.
what year is he? Is he a senior or a junior?
I think he's a junior, but
Let me
I
look.
mean, he had 3 touchdowns. He played like a just seasoned veteran, dude. Just he surprised. He played a lot better than Alabama's quarterback. I can't say his last name,
Oh yeah. I'm trying to just get
but
to pull the game up.
but I think he was 17 for like 25. He had 3 touchdowns, but just the way he handled the pressure, man, was impressive to me.
Yeah, he was McCarthy was throwing good that game, but I didn't catch the other two games.
Oh, you didn't catch Texas Washington?
Uh-uh.
Well, Texas Washington was basically what you thought a Texas Washington game should be. Not a whole
I'm
lot of
looking at it.
defense.
I'm looking at it right now. Let's
You know what?
see.
Michael Penix
Golly,
Jr.
yeah, Penix Jr. had 430 yards with two
Yeah,
touchdowns. God damn.
yeah, yeah. He just throws the
Golly.
rock. A lot of people saying he'll be a very high pick, but he'll be like 26 year old when the draft comes out. So
Dang, now that I got all this pulled up. I remember, did you look at the Liberty game where Liberty and Oregon was in a bowl game together?
yeah, that's kind of outmatched. That was almost like Tennessee and Iowa.
Listen, when I was at the gym, I was scrolling through Instagram Reels, and it pulled up Liberty University. One of the students was, and it's like before the game, like they put in the description about how the college had mandated a mandatory fast and prayer for like the entire day before the game. So that means that I don't know if they were being serious or not, but what they're saying is the college demanded that instead of that no one was allowed to eat and they all had to just pray for their victory, bro. And they got ran
Oh
out
man,
45-6, bro, by Oregon.
maybe they should have fed them football players.
Maybe they should have not fasted, bro. Maybe they should have ate.
Yeah.
Golly, bro. No, it's cool to see. It was cool to see Liberty, because Liberty always has like a decent team, but I never think of them competing with big schools. And I guess to be fair, they didn't compete because Oregon blew them out. But
Well, I
yet,
mean, they made it there. Which
yeah, Michigan and Washington both
all right,
in the tournament.
before we give our predictions on that, let me ask you this: Georgia, if Georgia was in that top four, would things be different?
Yeah, for sure. If
I
Georgia
thought
was,
Georgia was the best team in the nation this year. I'm sorry, I just thought they was, and they didn't even get a chance. I mean, they beat what? They beat Florida State by what? How bad they beat
it's
Florida
60,
State?
63-3.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't. I think Georgia would have changed some things in that, but
Yeah,
you know, it is what it
it
is.
is what it is.
Alabama beat them,
Yeah.
so and they're getting tired of seeing two SEC teams in the Final Four. I understand.
No, I'm not tired of it because those are normally good games.
So your predictions. Championship game, Washington, Michigan.
I'm
Who
gonna
you
say
got, and how does it fold out?
Michigan beats Washington by 6. And I'm gonna say oh no, what am I gonna say? I'm gonna say 20-14, Michigan.
So you're going Michigan over Washington by
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna say they score 2 touchdowns and they kick 2 field goals.
I can't, I can't go. I mean, I kind of want to go against you, but in my heart, I'm thinking Michigan. But I don't think it's going to be no low scoring game. I think it's going to be
You
like
think
a
it's gonna be higher than
shootout.
that?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a. I'm going to go 42-36.
Golly! All right, 42-36, Michigan.
Yeah, because Washington don't play no defense, bro. It's going to be a blowout. It's going to be like a high scoring game on both of them. So,
Dang, all right.
because I don't think Michigan can really stop Washington too much,
Yeah.
and Washington, I don't know. I just think it's probably going to come down to a turnover, and I think I hope Michigan gets that one. I don't really like Washington, so
Yeah, frick Washington, dude. Let's look at these other bowl games. What about the Relia Quest Bowl, Wisconsin LSU? You're an LSU guy.
yeah, that LSU quarterback coming there and did real well. He was the backup. What was his name?
His name is
Oh, I can't say it.
Garrett Nussamir.
Nussamir. Yeah, he come in there
Nussamir.
and did real well.
Yes. What does he have? He almost had 400 yards, 395 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. He did throw a pick, but I mean, when you're throwing almost 400 yards, I guess you're allowed to have one.
That brings me into a question. If you're an NFL scout and these kids are missing these bowl games, which should be the most important bowl, game of their career, I mean, does that make you not want to look at them as hard, or
I don't know.
or you think that's a smart play?
What, to have them not play because of the draft?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're saying? I'd say no. I don't think it matters. I mean, I think that's.
See, I think it hurt Will Levis last year.
I don't know. I think that. Well, I think it depends. If you had like a lukewarm season, then you definitely need to play your bowl game and play your heart out. But if you had a crazy season, but your team suck, or I don't know. I mean, if it was me, I would probably want to play in the bowl game. So, I mean,
Well, I would too, but I mean, just more and more of these players, they're just not playing in the bowl games.
well, and because it's like now the players are more motivated to stay in college because of the ICC deals or whatever it's called, where they can actually make money in college now from playing, being sponsored and doing ads and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. It just depends on how good they are, I guess. I mean, Will Levis. I mean, he's okay, but he wasn't. It wasn't like he was crazy or anything. It wasn't like
No,
like
I think
everybody
it hurt his draft stock.
everybody. If I know Tim Tebow didn't turn out to be anything, but if Tim Tebow decided not to play in a bowl game, I don't think it would have mattered because everybody knew. You know what I mean? Everybody knew Tim Tebow is Tim Tebow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though he sucked in the NFL, but
I don't know if he sucked in the NFL, bro.
what do you
He had a-
mean?
He had a winning record.
Bro, the man was hot garbage.
He took him to the playoffs.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Listen, I got a saying. If you want to win, put Tebow in.
Bro, Tim Tebow did so bad. They considered making him a tight end, bro. And then he got booted from tight end. Get out of here, Tim.
I'll never dog Tim Tebow. I'll never do it.
Yeah, he's a good guy. It is what it is.
I can't do it.
But it's very easy for me to separate. Okay, you're a good guy, but you're also not a good athlete. You know what I mean? I could separate those. Even though Tim Tebow was a good athlete, he just wasn't an NFL athlete. Crazy
I don't
college
know, man.
athlete.
He had a winning record,
Though
and he would have been
every
the starting
every
quarterback for
NFL
Denver
player
if
will
it
tell
wasn't for
you.
Peyton Manning.
Every NFL player will tell you that college and the NFL are not even like the same game, bro. So when you're running around in college, getting the Heisman, it is what it is. You're playing against boys, and then you step into the league at 19 or 20, and you're going against a 35-year-old vet. Yeah, okay, bro. Good luck, bro. And that's what Tim experienced. That's what Tim experienced. He couldn't overcome.
Hear me out. If they didn't get Peyton Manning, Tim Tebow would have been the starting quarterback that following year. How different would that turned out for him?
I mean, I don't even remember him having crazy seasons. I mean, I could look, I guess.
Yeah, like, well, he led them to. They weren't even in the playoff picture, and he led them to the playoffs once he got the starting job, and then got a playoff win.
Okay, let's look here. So for his 2010 season, he played 9 games. He completed 41 passes out of 82 attempts with 600.
How many win though? Win-loss record.
It doesn't say. I mean, I guess I could go to Denver's 2010 season. He had a quarterback rating of 56, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And then in the 2011 season, he played 14 games, completing only 46% of his passes with 1,700 yards, quarterback rating of 38. His touchdowns was 12, and his interceptions was 6. Golly. And then he went 2012 for the Jets. He played 12 games. He completed 6 for 8 passes, and 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, quarterback rating of 27.
I never took Peyton.
He has 17 career touchdown passes and 19 career NFL interceptions, bro. And you're trying to gas this man up. What are you talking about right now?
All right, before I go through depression, let's just go into the NFL playoffs.
Oh my gosh! Well, before we go to the playoffs, we got to talk about last week, week 17.
Oh God!
So the Jets and the Browns, with the Browns 37 beating the Jets, who had 20. And Joe Flacco is a maniac, bro. Joe Flacco is back. Joe Cool is back, baby. Let's go.
That's what the team needed, is an old vet quarterback like that.
Yes, I mean, it's just like some teams just forget or they just don't understand what it's like having a vet in there. And if the Jets see that every single day, like, it's still crazy how good the Jets could be if they just had, not to be an Aaron Rodgers meat rider, but.
Well, he had a. That's where Flacco wanted to retire from, was the Jets. He wanted to end his career at the Jets.
Now he's smacking them around, baby.
And they cut his ass. So.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's cool to see the Browns in there. Then we had the Lions-Cowboys game with the Cowboys winning 20-19, bro. Dak is back, apparently.
All right, but where do you stand on that game? Did the refs screw it up?
Oh, the refs messed up. And I've been seeing clips nonstop. This is a good one to talk about. I've been seeing clips nonstop of number 68 and number 70, both of the linemen who needed to report as eligible, both walked to the white hat to report as eligible. They both reported, and while they were reporting, he was walking away. So they both reported. And right before that, you can see the Lions quarterback going and telling them both to go and report, and then they go over there to report. And then, it's like, oh my gosh, bro. But to be fair, it is what it is. The call was made, but they still went for it. And they didn't have to. They could have tied it up.
Yeah.
So I definitely, I was all for it. Everybody knew that Dan Campbell was going for 2 on that first one. But
he goes for it all the time.
Then they got flagged, and then they got flagged again. So they had 3 attempts to just kick a field goal and tie it up. Or kick the PAT, and tie it up. But he went for it on 2 all 3 times. So, I mean, you can't. Man, to be fair, that last throw could have also been a touchdown.
Yeah,
But he threw it behind him, so I think that the refs screwed them hard, and because I'm not in the league, I'm not going to get fined for saying that, you know what I mean? So,
well, it possibly cost them, a home playoff game.
yeah. But, I mean, to be fair, Dak did throw for 345 yards. So,
Oh, yeah, the Cowboys are legit this year.
and CeeDee Lamb was going crazy. CeeDee Lamb hasn't been going crazy like that, and he just kind of went crazy.
Yeah, he's been going crazy all year.
Yeah, so then we have the Bills Patriots. With the Bills winning 27-21. So,
Yeah, should have. I mean, that's they should have.
yeah. And then you have the Falcons Bears with the Bears pulling out a dub 37-17, bruh.
Man, if you lose to the Bears, you just need to reassess your whole program. I just say that right now. If you can't, did Justin Fields play?
Yeah, he had 268 yards with a touchdown.
Okay. If you can't beat Justin Fields at quarterback, then you need to fire every coach you got. The absolute worst quarterback in the league, if you ask me.
No, yeah, I agree with that. The Bears freaking suck, And Sunday, Bears played the Pack. Oh, you already know the Pack's going crazy, bro. You already know the Pack's going crazy on the Bears.
Well, they better go crazy if they want the playoffs.
That's true. All right, so we have our next game coming up: Raiders Colts, with the Colts winning 23-20. After the Raiders just beat the Chiefs, didn't lose to the Colts. Something seems weird. The NFL's so strange. So strange. All right, then next we have the Rams and the Giants. Honestly, who gives a rip? Honestly, I mean, the Giants are going to lose, but it was a close game. It was 26-25, but I mean,
yeah, I put Rams one game ahead for a playoff berth.
Yep.
Or something like that.
And then we do have a shocker of a game with the Cardinals beating the Eagles 35-31, bruh. God dang.
Who's even the Cardinals quarterback right now?
Kyler played.
Oh, did he play?
Yeah, he had 230 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception.
The little bobblehead.
Let's see. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts only had 160 yards. He had 3 touchdowns, but he also had an interception, so it is what it is. That's just a crazy game to see.
I like Jalen Hurts. He's a good quarterback, I think.
All right, next game, Saints Bucks, with the Saints winning 23-13. Bake, what's happened to you, friend? He just loves slinging that thing around, bro. He had 2 picks, 2 touchdowns, but I mean that's always been his thing. He don't care to let it rip. I mean, there's some times when he's clutch, but man, Bake just throws that thing around.
That made that conference right there real interesting.
Yeah,
the NFC South, because now you got the Falcons, the Saints, and the Bucks. All 3 can actually make it to the playoffs. Well, I mean, not at once, but one of them's going to make it to the playoffs. All 3 of them's in contention for that spot.
Right. Yeah. And then you have the next game with the 49ers Commanders, with the 49ers winning, obviously. In my opinion, the 49ers are the best team in the league. Even though they lost to the Ravens, I still think they're the best team in the league. I think Brock's probably the best. He's the best playing quarterback right now, I think.
Game manager.
Yeah. I think that overall, I think probably Josh Allen's probably the best quarterback in the league at the moment. But I think I think the 49ers is just an insane team. I think they're just stacked. So
everybody's sleeping on Tui, though. Tui, whatever his name is on the Dolphins. Man,
Tui.
Tua or whatever his name.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Whatever he's having a hell of a season, guys.
Yeah, Tui's going crazy. The next game, Panthers Jaguars. Jags beating the Panthers 26-0. No biggie. Next game, we got Dolphins Ravens, where Tui goes down, bruh. The Ravens smack them 56-19. Which, I mean, to be fair, I don't think the Dolphins have been. I mean, let me see who they've played. So they beat the Chargers, they beat the Patriots, they beat the Broncos. So all those teams suck.
Yeah.
Then they play a good team, Bills. They lose against the Bills. They play the Giants, Panthers, both bad teams. They win. They play another good team, the Eagles. They lose. They play the Patriots. They win, obviously. And then the Chiefs smack them. They beat the Raiders, the Jets, the Commanders. The Titans beat them. They beat the Jets again. They did beat the Cowboys. So I mean, it's like obviously they're good. And you can look at their team and see that they're good, but they're also not beating high class teams. So
No.
So I don't really know what to do with that. I think they're still good. I think if the Ravens are beating them 56-19, then
Oh, they got talent. They got talent everywhere.
yeah. Then your Texans beating the Titans 26-3.
Yeah, my Texans got to go play the Colts, and
They can win that.
And whoever wins that game will be in the play. Could you imagine the Texans making it to the playoffs this year?
Yes, I can.
That would be
I can imagine it.
like D'Amico should be in talks of Coach of the Year if that happens.
Yeah, it's weird how the Texans were literally nothing and they just kind of turned it around. They
Even
just out of nowhere.
Back during the draft, when they drafted CJ and then they drafted that Anderson, that one guy that's on the draft, Mel Kiper, is like, they're still three good drafts away from being a solid team.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
they're fixing to make the playoffs here.
Yeah. I mean, still, I agree with that. I mean, if they get some more talent on there, then they'll go crazy. CJ's, I guess, I mean, he's kind of just proven himself to everybody this year. I mean, it's hard. I mean, I don't even know what it would be like I mean, you kind of can't put yourself in that mindset because we're not in the league. But for a rookie to come in there and play like that, yikes.
Well, I've watched them every chance I can because, it is my favorite team. And the one thing that I like is not the offense. I mean, the offense is good, but, man, on that defensive side of the ball, they're like a bunch of killer bees trying to get it. Wherever that ball is, you see that'd be like this whole gang, the whole team will tackle. It's crazy. Which people forget, D'Amico is the reason the 49ers defense become what it was. He set all that up.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's the one drafted them boys. He's the one set up that scheme. They're still doing good today with it. So,
yeah. Let's see if there are any other meaningful games to talk about. I don't really care about the Steelers beat the Seahawks 30-23. Don't care.
Talk about the Chiefs and the Bengals because the Chiefs got another one handed to them right there.
Yeah, 25-17. Chiefs beating the Bengals.
That game was.
Why does ESPN keep playing ads? Holy crap! Yeah, the Chiefs. I don't think that obviously the Chiefs are going to make it to the playoffs. There's not going to. I don't.
Oh yeah, they're in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs. The ones that's clinched this weekend was Ravens, Dolphins, Chiefs, and Browns in AFC.
Well, I've not looked at the playoff picture yet. But yeah, I mean, I think the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs will probably go out second or third round, maybe first. Honestly, I could see it.
No,
I could see him getting first.
Are going to make sure.
I could see him
are on the Chiefs side, bro.
Now what? No,
Yes.
you can't say that. If you must have not watched their last 2 or 3 games, because the refs have not been on their side specifically.
They got every call for them.
Yeah, well then that's just the Bengals game because they've not been getting calls. They've not been getting calls. That's the one thing. That's why they have probably another good 2 or 3 losses because the refs have had the opportunity to call something and they've just not, bruh. The refs have had an ample opportunity to give them games and they've just not given them to them. So I didn't watch the Bengals Chiefs games because I don't really care about either of those teams, but.
I said at the beginning of the season that the Niners and the Bills will be in the Super Bowl, and it could still happen. The Bills ain't clinched yet.
Yeah.
But if the Texans get in the playoffs, then that's the only person that's the only one I care about.
And then we got our last game talking about the Pack versus the Vikings, 33-10, baby. This game was I wasn't allowed. This was the New Year's Eve game. and I was made to turn off the game because it wasn't entertaining for people. Because they're like, oh, the Packers are gonna win, whatever. Let's watch Jinxie. So frick me. So I had to turn the game off. But so we can talk. That's all the games from Week 17. So we can talk about the playoff picture now. Let's see who's leading in each division first. So we got the AFC East with the Dolphins on top of the Bills, with the Jets and the Patriots obviously being out. Then you have, which I don't think there's any surprise there. The Dolphins are the top. AFC North, you have the Ravens and the Browns leading the way.
Yeah, they both clinched, so they're in. And the Steelers have a slight chance.
Let's look at the Steelers' chance.
They're on the bubble right now.
No, they got a 22% chance to make the playoffs.
Well, they have to win. And some other teams have to lose.
The Pittsburgh Steelers need to win and get some help from other teams next week. I wish they would have said what other teams needed to lose. Let's see. Next division, AFC South. The Jaguars are at the top. Oh, that's a three-way tie. Jaguars, Colts, Texans.
Yeah.
And then you have the AFC West with the Chiefs at the top, followed by the Broncos, Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers.
Chiefs got that wrapped up. Nobody else can get in there on that one.
Then you've got the NFC with the NFC East with the Cowboys and Eagles tied. But the Cowboys are ahead. Even they just put them up ahead. Let me see why. I don't understand why, actually.
Because they beat them.
Oh, okay. Then you have the NFC North with the Lions clinching the North for the first time, followed by the Packers. So I'm pretty sure the Vikings and the Bears are. Maybe they're not. I don't know if they're. The Bears have to be out of it. I don't know. I'll look at the playoff picture in a second.
The Bears out of it. They're out of it.
The NFC South, you have the Bucks and the Saints tied with the Bucks on top, 8-8. Then the Falcons and the Panthers obviously not going to be in it. Then NFC West, you got the 49ers.
Well, the Falcons got like an 8% chance of getting in it. There's like 5 teams have to lose, and they got to win.
Let's see. So the AFC playoff picture, the Ravens are 100% in it.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are 100% in it.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are 100% in it. The Browns are 100% in it.
Yep. And that's the only one that's clinched.
That's clinched. Then you have the Bills, the Bills and Jags are not 100%, but they're pretty high.
Yeah.
You have the Colts and the Texans who still have a chance, and the Steelers. So, what needs to happen for the Texans to get in?
They got to beat the Colts, and the Jaguars has to lose.
Dang.
I think that's the way it goes.
Okay. Then for the NFC, you have the 49ers clinching, and they have the bye. They've also got ESPN's also got a prediction for the 49ers 61% chance to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they get the bye, man.
So then you have the Lions 100%, the Cowboys 100%, the Eagles 100%. Somehow the Rams are 100%.
Yeah,
then you have the Bucks with a 71% chance to get into the playoffs. The Packers 63%. And then Seattle Saints and the Falcons all have a chance, but it's a very small chance.
So what has to happen for the Packers to get in?
I don't know. I'm going to look, though.
I know they have to win, but who has to lose?
The Packers need to win on Sunday night, puts them in the driver's seat for the final wild. Okay, so all they have to do is win.
And who do they play?
They play the Bears.
Oh, man. Like I said, if they can't beat Bears with Justin Fields, then fire your coach.
If they got to win. But here's the thing. This is the same situation they were in last season with the Lions. It's like they had to do is win and get in, and the Lions sucked last year. And they played out of their mind to keep the Packers out of the playoffs. Freaking dicks, bro. So, I mean, it could happen, man. If just both those teams are going so crazy during practice this week. They're going crazy. The Bears are pissed off. Well, because it's funny because no matter what, the Bears aren't getting in.
No. No.
But they hate the Packers because the Packers always beat the Bears. So I don't think anything. I think they're getting hyped this week trying to think of how hard they're going to try to keep the Packers out of it.
Well,
And normally in
I'm just
situations
gonna go
like
ahead.
this, Aaron Jones will start fumbling the ball. Justin
Don't
Jordan
jinx him.
Jordan. No, this happens every year, bro. Anytime that they make it to where the important games, Aaron Jones starts fumbling, quarterbacks start throwing picks. I mean, it happens every year, bro.
You're jinxing your man, bro.
Bro, it happens sometimes. But
I think the Packers and Bucks will round out the NFC playoffs. Just my opinion. But that AFC playoff,
I don't
man,
know.
there's so many different teams that can get in it. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and say the Packers and Bucks.
Are gonna get
Uh,
in to the wild card?
yeah, yeah, Packers and Bucks. That's what I'm gonna say right now. You call me out next week if I'm wrong, but I'm saying Packers and Bucks and NFC will get into the playoffs. AFC, AFC, I'm gonna go. I want to say my Texans, but I'm gonna be realist and say the Bills and Jags.
Yeah,
The
that makes
Bills, the
sense.
Jags,
I think the
and,
Bills
and
are
well,
definitely.
wait. There's only five clinched in the AFC. So the Bills, the Jags, and my Texans. There we go.
Fair enough.
Who you got? Who you think's gonna clinch them?
I don't know. What's it? 6 teams for each.
No, it's 8 teams.
It's eight
So
teams for each. Are you
in the
sure?
NFC, here in the NFC in the hunt, you got Buccaneers and Packers, and on the bubble you got Seahawks,
No, that's
Saints.
I get that. I see who's all, but isn't it 6 teams per division?
No, it's 8 teams.
Is it eight? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah, it's
5,
8 teams.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 teams make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, 8 teams make it to the playoffs.
So there's 4 rounds, right? I don't
Yeah.
freaking know. I'm just gonna believe you.
There's 8 teams in it.
So let's see then. Frick, I don't know. NFC. I think that the Packers will probably beat the Bears, so they'll send them in. I don't think the Bucks will get in. I think you'll
Dang.
probably see another team. I think Baker will choke, and I love Baker. I think he'll choke though.
So you think the Saints or Seahawks?
I think the Saints will probably get there.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. I think the Bills will win. I think Trevor Lawrence will get hurt, and I think the Texans will make it.
I'll
That's
take it.
what I think. That's what I think. Let's.
I'll take it.
What?
Oh, right here. Let's see here. There's not really going to be no tiebreakers. I mean, it's pretty much like certain teams got to lose, certain teams got to win. There's no really tiebreakers. So
Yeah, let me think of. Yeah, the Ravens Steeler game doesn't matter. The Texan Colt game, the Texans have got to win. The Browns Bengals game, obviously the Browns need to win. The Vikings Lion game doesn't. Well, I guess it does matter, right? Or does it not? No, I don't
the
think it doesn't matter for the Packers, but I don't know what that changes if the Lions lose.
Lions and who?
The Lions and Vikings. I think the Lions have clinched it no matter
The
what.
Vikings have a chance to get in.
Brother, holy crap! Let me
The
look.
if the Pack loses and the Vikings win, they're in.
No shot, right?
Look it up. It's something like that.
Not doesn't even say that they have a chance.
Yeah, they got a chance.
It doesn't say that they got a chance. It says that the people who've got a chance are the Bucks, the Packers, the Seahawks, the Saints, and the Falcons. So if the Lions lose, maybe one of those other teams get bumped.
I was wrong, Isaiah. I'm sitting here telling you wrong. There's only there's 7 teams. I was thinking there's 2 buys, so there's 7 teams.
Yeah.
7 teams.
Yeah.
There's only one spot available in the NFC. There's
Yep.
2 spots available in the AFC.
Yep. That makes
For
sense.
some reason, I was thinking there's 2 buys, like 1 and 2 was buys, but they're just 1 buys. So in that case, the Bills and I'm still gonna go with my Texans, and you got to go with the Packers over the Bucks, don't you?
Yeah, I think the Packers can beat the Bucks.
Whoa, wait.
They'll get in there.
No, nope. They won't either.
What do you mean? All they got to do is beat the Bears and they're in.
Well, yeah. But who's in there from the NFC South, though? You got to have one from each division, don't you?
I don't think so. Do you?
Yeah.
Well, let's look again. Holy crap! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. The Packers and the Bucks can both get in. That would be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's the 49ers are for sure in, the Lions are for sure in, the Cowboys are for sure in, the Eagles are for sure in, the Rams are for sure in. That's 5. Bucks, Packers. That would be 7.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think I'm done with the NFL. I'm about to blow my brains out thinking about the playoff picture.
Well, we ain't quite done with the NFL. Just
No.
something I want to talk to you about.
All right, talk to me.
I want your opinion on
All right,
this.
talk to me.
So let's go through here, and I'm going to ask you certain quarterbacks, and you're going to say cut, keep, or trade.
Okay, man. Let's go.
And the first one I want to talk about is Baker Mayfield.
Keep.
So you think he'll be worth keeping around another year?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. All right, and then we go on down to Jordan Love.
Keep. I think I think Jordan's proven himself. I think he's played pretty good.
And then we go down to Sam Howell.
Trade.
You would trade him off?
Yep. Trade.
This is his first year as a starter. He didn't do too bad.
Yeah, let me look at his stats.
I mean, it'd been better. I mean, still a lot of interceptions, but
Let me look at his stats. Okay. So, hang on a second. He does have 3,700 yards.
yeah.
That is only thrown 20 touchdowns and 19 interceptions with a quarterback rating of 42. Yeah, I think he's getting. I mean, you just can't throw that many picks.
But you also got to look at what team he plays for too.
Yeah, but just because that's the team he plays for doesn't excuse the interceptions.
All right. So next quarterback would be Derek Carr. What do you do with him? You give him another shot, or do you just cut ties with him?
Let's look at his stats. And I guess I'm spelling Derek wrong. I definitely was. Okay, so let's see. He had 3,600 yards, 21 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, QBR 53. But I think that's fine. I think that touchdown to interception rate's better. I think Derek Carr is a good quarterback. I just don't know who the Saints. I mean, the Saints just don't have anybody.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, is it time to just?
I think he's a good quarterback. I just think that, I mean, when you only have Alvin Kamara running for 600 yards, and I mean, what do you do?
All right. So the next quarterback is Gardner Minshew.
Bro, get him out of the league, please. For the love of God.
He's got the Colts on the verge of the playoffs, though.
Bro, please get this guy out of the league, bro.
So you just cut him. Just
Bro,
don't even worry about it.
They're thrown for 3,100 yards, 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Quarterback rating of 60, bro. Are you kidding?
All right. How about Russell Wilson?
Gone, bro. I would trade him. I think that's what the Broncos are gonna do. I think that the talk.
Could you trade him with that contract though? Who's going to take that contract?
I think that they're gonna have to eat a lot of it.
Yeah, they'll have to eat a lot of it.
I just think they're gonna have to. They got to get him out.
Yeah, I'd get him out of there too.
You got to get him out. He's done.
How about Desmond Ritter?
Now that is a good question. I think the few
been
games
hurt
that he
most of the year.
played. Here's the thing. He threw 10 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. I think that. I think that when he played, I think he played really good.
Yeah.
I think you keep him around for one more year at least.
All right. So we're gonna get into your division now.
Let's go.
Joshua Dobbs.
I think we keep Dobbs. I think when he played. He literally. Actually, I don't know because you still have Kirk, but Kirk's.
Which one do you keep? Josh is a lot younger.
I think you have to keep Kirk, right? Let's look how old Kirk is.
That Kirk's what, 38?
35. No, he's got a couple more years in him. And I think he's playing better now than he ever has.
So you keep them both?
I think let's see how old Josh Dobbs is.
He's probably
28.
28. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you could keep Josh Dobbs on a small contract. Yeah, I say keep them both.
All right, Justin Fields.
Cut.
Don't even trade, huh? Just cut.
Nah, I don't think that anybody would take him as a trade. That's the thing. I don't think anybody would take him. Let's look. All right, let me dare to put up Justin Fields stats. Let me dare. So, oh god dang, bro, looking at this makes me sick. Out of all the quarterbacks that we have talked about, he is the worst. He's only thrown for 2,400 yards. He's thrown 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's not terrible. That's pretty bad. That's over 50%. So that's over. He's thrown like 55%. My brain is melting right now. 9 interceptions compared to 16 touchdowns. Not good, bro. Not good.
All right.
Well, hang on. How many rushing yards does he have? Let me give him that. Let me see. Are they going to even tell me? Okay, they're just not going to tell me. Frick it. As a quarterback, he sucks. I don't. Why am I going to look at his rushing yards? Quarterback, I would try to trade him. I don't know who would take him. I'm sure there's. I'm trying to think who in the league needs a quarterback right now.
Nobody needs Justin Fields.
Oh, dang, what if the Broncos make a play for him though?
That'd be in the same shit.
Dang, what if the Broncos just straight up trade Fields for Russell Wilson? That might actually be interesting. Here's the thing. I would try to get trade value out of him, but I definitely wouldn't keep him on anymore. He's had a couple. It's not like if it's your first year or two, I could see maybe waiting. But, man, how long have we been doing this? Holy crap, bro. He's the first-round pick in the 2021 draft.
Yeah.
So, I think we're getting ready to roll. It's 2024.
Yeah, yeah. And he's not proving anything.
He's not done anything except maybe get a little worse.
Turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Turn the ball over. All right, so the next quarterback is Zach Wilson.
Cut. You got to.
Yeah.
This was kind of like the year of, one, he wasn't supposed to be playing anyways, but it was like, this is supposed to be like him being mentored by Aaron, and obviously this is probably his best year, but that's, what's that saying?
Here's the thing, is that Jets team is loaded.
The Jets team's freaking stacked. They just don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
They just don't have a quarterback.
So, yeah, I'd cut him. All right, Mac Jones.
Trade.
Yeah, I would too. All right, now here's one that's really interesting to me. Is Kenny Pickett.
Keep.
Because I think Kenny Pickett's got a lot of upside.
I think he does too. He's young. And I think this is just a bad season for him. I think
Yeah,
last year he played pretty good.
but them Steeler fans, they ain't gonna wait forever. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
yeah, they're not used to bad
Yeah, they
seasons.
got to be making the playoffs. And
So
then another one is that O'Connell, Aiden O'Connell from the Raiders, which he's actually had a better season than Garoppolo.
I don't know. I think the Raiders just gotta draft a quarterback. Maybe keep him around for
So
another year, draft another one.
so get rid of Jimmy G and
Oh
keep
yeah,
O'Connell.
Jimmy. I mean, here's the thing: Jimmy G is not going. No, he's not meant to be a starting quarterback. He never was. He's just that guy there if something bad happens. He's
All right,
never
here's an interesting one.
okay.
Joe Flacco. What do you do with him?
Dog, I think you got to keep him around for at least another season. I mean, you see, he's going crazy right now. He's shocking the league, bro. He's shocking the league.
So you get rid of Deshaun?
No, I don't know. Oh, frick, I forgot all about Deshaun, bro. No, I don't know. That's crazy. Here's the thing. Deshaun's good.
But would Deshaun have him in the playoffs?
Post-massage Deshaun is still good. You know what I mean? I think he'd probably have him in the playoffs. I mean, he was playing good before he got hurt.
What's that quarterback from Louisville that they got on their team?
I don't know.
What's his name?
I don't know.
I believe I would cut Watson, keep Flacco, and let that other quarterback be Ernest Flacco.
But here's the thing. They've paid. You've forgotten how much they paid for Deshaun. Forgot. So you got to keep him. And it's not like Deshaun's bad. Deshaun's not bad.
Just bite the bullet.
I think you keep Flacco around behind Deshaun. Keep him and Deshaun
the
both
Browns
going.
fan base have turned on Deshaun. They don't want him. I mean, there's petitions up there signing to get him out off the team.
Bruh.
There's signs. If you watch the game though, there's signs held up said never bring back Deshaun.
I think you have to keep Flacco and Deshaun both. This is just like the 49er situation with Purdy and the other two. You had to keep them all around for 1 year. And to see if I think that you have, and then take them through camp, and you just got to see who's better by next camp. I think that's the only thing to do.
All right, how about Bailey Zappi?
Keep. You think you keep him?
Yeah, I think he's done all right.
Yeah.
How about Ryan Tannehill?
Trade. Over.
Yeah, he's what 30.
He's been there too long to do nothing.
Yeah.
So I think it's time. I think it's time to move on.
All right, Daniel Jones.
Keep.
I know he just got that big contract, but he's missed most of this year.
Yeah,
and before that, what did he have? Like one touchdown, like 7 interceptions?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think one bad season determines it. And last season he was kind of turning it around. The Giants were like an actual, you had to watch out because the Giants could actually beat you.
Yeah.
So I think you give him another year.
Okay, there's one more on here. Let me see, where is he? There, Kyler Murray. What do you do with him?
Trade. You got to get him off the Cardinals. I think that wherever he goes, he'll probably actually do all right. I've always liked Kyler. I just think that the Cardinals suck.
I like Kyler until I watched that Hard Knocks.
I never even
seen
watched
how
it.
big of a diva he was.
No, I never watched it.
That kid is a diva, bro. Like,
yeah, that makes sense. I think probably the environment for Arizona is probably just weird and not conducive for winning.
He with that attitude, he needs to be around Bill Belichick for a while.
Dude, could you imagine him on the Patriots?
That's what I'm saying.
Lee, bro, that'd be crazy.
He needs that, man, because they just let him just be this major diva down there in Arizona, and it's
Bill put a stop to that.
yeah, he would.
Yeah, so I say trade. They got to figure something out. They just got to. Honestly, the owner, the GM, coaches, everybody just needs to get fired, and they got to restart.
Just a straight rebuild, huh?
Yeah. Got to.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
All right, well, is that all for the NFL?
That is it for me.
All right, cool. So now let's move into let's talk about, it's 2024 now, so let's talk about our. I'm gonna throw some games at you, and
All right.
I know maybe you haven't played some of these games, but I'm going to ask anyways, and we're gonna rate some of these games, specifically these games that have come out in 2023,
All right.
and we're gonna rate them. And then I'm also at the end. I'm also gonna say what you think. I mean, obviously, Baldur's Gate 3 was game of the year, but we're going to get our game of the year at the end. So,
Okay.
first game on the list is Starfield. I know you didn't play it, but do you know anything about it? Did you watch anything about it?
Starfield, I have not played. It looks amazing. I try to watch a couple streams, and it seemed like there's a lot of emptiness.
No.
I think the game's got tons of potential.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. I've not played it, so I can't say negative, bad, or good. I just say what I've seen. I've tried it, because I thought about buying it. And I looked, and I watched a couple streams, and I was like, dang, man. Where's like the action? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of that. I mean, it didn't remind me of Death Stranding, but we always say Death Stranding is a walking simulator, and that's what I've seen.
Did you know they're coming out with a Death Stranding 2's coming out in 2024? Did you know that?
Yeah, I won't be playing it, by the way.
No, I won't be buying that, by the way. I did buy Starfield, and I played a little bit of it. My thing is, it's very hard to get into. It's a little boring. And I watched a lot of reviews and stuff before I bought it. And the only reason I even decided to buy it is because when I was going to watch one of our friends fight in an octagon, the people they were there with, one of these guys named Tom, he played Starfield, was saying how that was his favorite game. And I was like, he's like, if you could catch it on sale or something, I'd probably buy it. And then somebody had given me some Steam gift cards for Christmas, and I was like, frick it, I'm just going to use this on Starfield. So I played a couple hours into it, and I mean, I agree with you. I think it has tons of potential. I think, but the one thing before I actually played it and what I had watched people say about it is get ready for loading screens. And it is the most loading screen game. Like, it's got the most loading screens I've ever seen in my life. And that's not supposed to be a thing anymore.
Yeah, that's supposed to be out the window, and right now, no loading screens.
So I would say for me right now, it probably gets a 6.5 or 7 out of 10. For me, I think the story's a little boring. I think the world's cool. I think there's a lot of ideas that could make it cool. I think that for like if they release some, but here's the thing as well. I mean, those are the same as the Fallout games. I mean, those games are just as boring to me. So, and some people love Fallout. So,
yeah,
I can see why you can like it. I can also say I've not beat Starfield, so I can't. I can't give you that. I'm just saying right now, a couple hours in, it is what it is. It's like some days I'm like, maybe I'll play a little bit of Starfield today, but then I'm like, no, it's kind of boring. So, anyways, moving on. I don't know. I didn't play Resident Evil 4, and I'm assuming you didn't either.
No, I don't do Resident Evil.
Here's the thing. I couldn't remember, and this should tell you all you need to know about it. Did we play Dead Island 2?
Yes, we did.
Okay, I couldn't remember. Either me or you bought Dead Island 2.
I bought it. We played it.
We played it like on the first night it came out.
Played it first night it came out.
Yeah.
Played it the second day. I played it the second day it come out.
Oh.
And then I was going to hop on it by the third day. And then Parker's like, yeah, man, the boss is pretty cool. And I'm like, you done beat this shit? The hell? It's that quick? Then that just kind of got me out of it,
Yeah. Honestly, it's not a memorable game by any means.
It's the worst Dead Island.
Yeah. I think that it's not even worth playing, honestly. I would say that if you don't ever play that game, it'll never affect your life at all. You're not missing out on anything.
To me, it was the worst Dead Island, so.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is going to be the next one, baby. Hogwarts Legacy. Golly.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Golly, yeah. You go for it. Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy, to me, I think any franchise, Star Wars, Avengers, DC, Lord of the Rings, any franchise could make their game like this, and it would be amazing.
I agree.
Just the way it's set up, the way it starts, it progresses you, the character building, the just everything, you know.
Yeah.
I think it is perfect for a franchise game. Perfect. I just wish that added multiplayer. It don't even have to be PvP multiplayer. Add co-op.
Oh yeah, co-op would be crazy.
Add co-op. Add co-op and put Quidditch in it, and let's freaking go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they really dropped the ball. I would say, well, what do you rate it first? 1 and 10.
It's a 9 out of 10 to me because the only reason it ain't a 10 out of 10 is I think that game would be a 10 out of 10 with co-op.
I literally, I'm not just saying it, but I literally agree. I mean, I give it a 9 out of 10 too. I think that I'm still on the very last mission to beat the game. And I think that the game is almost flawless. And I'm not even a Harry Potter fan. I don't even really care about Harry Potter. And the game still is crazy good. So
yeah, it's awesome.
I think they really dropped the ball on not bringing co-op. I think that sucks. I think they really missed on like some multiplayer Quidditch. That could have been crazy.
Yeah,
I feel like they dropped the ball on it.
Well, see, one of the devs said they didn't want to bring PvP into the game.
Yeah.
But you don't have to have PvP in the game. Have co-op in the game.
Yeah, just have co-op, and that would give you more reason to want to replay through it because you'd be replaying it with your friends.
Yeah.
So I think that I think the game's awesome. I just think that there's really no flaws in it almost. The only flaws are things that it didn't include. So everything they included is awesome.
You know how good a game is when you don't mind doing the side quests.
Yeah, the side quests aren't bad.
I was doing so many side quests I couldn't do no more because I had to go finish up another part of the story. So yeah, 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I give it a 9 out of 10 as well. Horizon Call of the Mountain. Here's the thing, I could possibly own it because I normally try to buy all the Horizon games and I don't remember a single thing about it. So
yeah, I didn't play it. I think it might be in one of our libraries, but I did not play it.
Yeah, I think the Horizon games get a little boring for me personally. I just get a little bored. Okay, next game is the game of the year, Baldur's Gate 3. What's your thoughts?
Okay.
This is in our library.
Yeah, I downloaded it. I played it. I love the character creation. I love the story, like getting into the story. I was digging it. I could not get used to that turn-based stuff, man. I do not like that at all.
No.
And that is totally I just couldn't do it. I might have played it for an hour and I was like, nah, dude, I can't do this turn-based. I'm not, It's all right if I'm on my phone. I don't mind it. I'm not on my phone. So don't make a turn-based game.
I think that it did one game of the year. My only thought process is, it's like, I tried playing this game, and I literally couldn't figure out how to play it. And it's like all I do. It's like my entire life, all I do is play games for the most part, and I'm having a genuinely hard time figuring out what to do in a turn-based game. And there's no like clear direction. Like, I understand like wanting to have an open world to make all your decisions and stuff, but it's like I never really had a clear direction on what I was even supposed to be doing or what the idea of what's going on is. Or it's like, okay, here's a main character, but no one told me that, and so I killed him because he attacked me. And it's like, oh, now I need to restart the game. It's like, I get it. It's like they don't hold your hand at all. It's just like I don't understand how to enjoy a game that is, and so, like, you just don't understand how to play it. So I mean, I've definitely been thinking about trying to play it again. I know Blaze, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Blaze bought it and he loves it. And he said he's going to try to plat it. So I texted him. I was like, dude, you're going to have to like try to guide me how to play this game or something, because I just don't know. It's so confusing. So, I mean, it's game of the year. I'm not even going to rate it because I just don't understand how to play it. So.
I have an hour, maybe hour and a half into it. I'm not going to rate it. I just cannot play turn based.
Yeah, I mean, I could do it if I just understood what was going on. So if I have to watch like a 2 hour video and explain to me how to play a game, just the general concept of it, then I'm just like, it's gonna be hard for me to want to play it. So, our next game we got is Marvel's Spider-Man 2, which is also in both of our libraries.
And I never played it.
And I played it for about 30 minutes and got bored. Here's the thing. It was in a contention to win Game of the Year for some reason. I don't understand why. The Spider-Man games are always like... I just hate Marvel games. I swear to God, I hate Marvel games, and maybe just hate Marvel. Like, I love all of their characters. I love what it used to be. But man, it's so cheesy. The games are just so boring. It's just like on repeat of I'm just going to do the same thing a million times. And it's like, here's the thing. Here's the weird thing about the Spider-Man games. It's like, I always lose track of which game. Like, they're all the same. And that's coming from a guy who plays like Madden and 2K. And these games are more the same than those games. It's like, I'm so confused. And why am I still playing? I thought, like, why am I still finishing? It's just, I don't like it. You know, and I think that they have a lot of potential. I would honestly give it a 5 out of 10, meaning that I mean, there's no reason to play it. I don't think anybody, like, I'm not seeing anybody. I'm never going to recommend it to anybody. I don't really even care about it. It's meant nothing to the world. So, let's see. Next game we have on here. I don't think either of us played Street Fighter.
I did.
You played Street Fighter 6?
Yeah.
What? Okay. Well, what do you think about Street Fighter 6?
It is it's a Street Fighter game. I mean, I played it because I wanted to see what the story was about.
Okay, I didn't even know you had it. What the heck?
Yeah, it's but it's not good.
No, perfect. I've not played it, so I can't rank it. So next game. Oh wait, you still got more.
Okay. I didn't play enough to rank it, so
okay.
It's like Baldur's Gate.
Okay. Next game is Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This is a game I played and beat. I don't know how much. I don't know if you ever played it.
Didn't you play that game?
No, that was the first one. Oh. I don't think you ever played this game, did you? Because you don't play like Souls-like games.
No, I didn't play that game. No, sure didn't.
I played it. I think that the story kind of sucked. I think the gameplay was awesome. I think that I know when the game first came out, it was having problems on PC with how it looked and stuff like that. But on console, I didn't have any of those issues. I think the story kind of sucked. The story kind of lost its... I don't know. The story just sucked. I think whoever wrote that sucks. The fighting, awesome. The bosses, awesome. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I would say that if you like Souls-like games, I'd say, yeah, play it. I think that I definitely think you should play that over Spider-Man 2. And definitely play it over Horizon.
Yeah, probably.
So, let's see. Neither of us are big Final Fantasy players.
No.
Let's see. None of us. I don't think me or you played Lies of P.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what did you think about Lies of P?
They need to make a Pinocchio movie like that, really.
Oh God.
As far as the game goes, it reminded me of a little bit of Dark Souls. I don't know. It was a pretty decent game. I mean, I didn't finish it or nothing, but so it wasn't the best. So I'd say 4 out of 5, 4 out of 10.
Perfect. Here's a big IP game coming out that just came out at the end of the year, Avatar. Now, I've not played it. I know you've not played it. I know neither of us have bought it. I can tell you that the trailers look very bad. I can tell you that I think it's just a studio taking an awesome movie franchise and just trying to make money off of a game. It reminds me of Far Cry games, which I don't care. I don't really I've played some Far Cry games and beat them. Some of them are really good, but it's like, why am I playing the Far Cry version of Avatar? Like that, I feel like, and I don't feel like it looks good. I feel like they did a crap job with it, and that's coming from somebody who's not even played it. So,
Well, that's another game. That's just a single player game. I think it should be co-op.
yeah, I mean, I think if you're going to have a single player campaign, I feel like unless it's, I mean, but to be fair, it's like I was about to say if you don't have co-op, then that makes it sucky. But at the same time, holy crap, I can't, why can I not think of the games where man beats up the guy and everybody got pissed off on the second one? What game is that?
Last of Us.
Last of Us. See, The Last of Us doesn't have co-op, but the story's so good it doesn't matter.
Well, the Last of Us original one was good. The newest one
Hey,
sucks.
first off, I was the only one of us to play and beat that game.
Yeah,
The
and
game
you're
was
the-
good. The
No,
game was
it
good.
wasn't.
No, the game
You
was
cannot-
good. I
You
can
cannot
say it.
have
can
you
say it.
cannot have one of the biggest badasses in all of gaming in Joel.
Yeah, I
Get
get that.
took
I
down
get
by
that. There's
a
some
man.
stuff there's definitely some stuff that happened that I didn't like. There's a lot of things that happened in that game that,
That was
I didn't
enough
like.
for me not to play the game.
But the game, it looked amazing. It still was the Last of Us gameplay. The story was a little iffy, but the story was better than most of the games on this list. I think that, but we don't have to get. That's not even the game we're talking about. We're talking about Avatar. I don't even think I ever want to play it. So it's like I've not even really watched any videos on it because I just don't care. Because I just think it looks bad. So I'm not even going to
Let's
rate
be
it.
honest. Let's just talk about it for a second.
No, God.
The way Joel died, didn't that bother you in a way?
I definitely think they did. I think they should have done it. Here's something that I hate more than anything in games and movies, and that's plot armor. And that's why I loved Game of Thrones so much. It's because anybody could die at any moment. It's when they killed Ned Stark season 1, they made a staple, bro. They're like, no one's safe, and I like that. So I get them wanting to kill Joel, but there's definitely a better way to do it.
Yeah, don't have Macho Man Tranny Savage beat him.
Yeah, they made the game way too political, and
Yeah.
politics don't
Like, let
belong
him-
in games. Like I don't care if anybody's gay, if you want to have somebody gay in the game, but it's like I don't.
You
And to
should
be fair,
whooping the biggest badass in the game.
yeah, and to be fair, I'm not around a lot of transgender people, but I would assume that they don't just come up to you and be like, "Yo, I'm transgender." And it's like the entire thing was with Abby. I believe that's what her name was. It's like they were just shoving it down your throat all the time, and then there's this really weird like gay sex scene in it, and it's just like, well, there's multiple like gay sex scenes in the game. And it's like, what is happening, bro? I'm just trying to play a zombie game, bro. Why are you showing me all this stuff, bro? So, but anyways, Avatar, not gonna rank it. Just sucks. Don't want to play it.
Yeah. On to the next.
The next game that we would have played would be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I'll be the first. I'll take this one first.
All right, you take it.
I think that I wanted it to be just like Friday. Is that what the game is called? Friday the 13th, the game? That
Yeah,
game
Friday the
was awesome. Staple will always hold a special place in my gaming career / memories. And I thought that Texas Chainsaw Massacre was going to be pretty, like, basically the same game. And I think they missed the mark on it. I think they did. I think that they limited it to, there's not enough. I think that the Friday the 13th, the concept was, obviously with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, your big guy thing is Leatherface, the guy in the chainsaw. Nobody really cares about anybody else. So it's like you could have made it just like Friday, where they only have one killer, and that's just Jason, or that's just Leatherface for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And you just have different skins, different things like that, you literally just model after the Friday the 13th game because it was so good. And you definitely got to bump up the survivors, because I mean, it's like you have, 3 killers and 4 survivors? That's just too many.
Yeah.
That's just too many. And I liked the aspect of Friday the 13th where you could kill Jason. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like they just missed a ball with something that could have been cool.
I mean, the game's fun when you get a few people on,
Yeah.
but it's
Definitely not a solo game. There's no
It's
shot.
not something like I'm going to jump on and play me a couple of games of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No. You want to play it with friends.
Yeah, so I would probably rate it 5 6.5 or 6 out of 10 or something like that.
Yeah, so
I definitely
I
think
would do.
I definitely think if like in my I don't know if I mean honestly I don't unless they add something I'll never have to play it again probably. So I mean if you like the franchise then I would say maybe play it. But
Yeah,
and for the most part I think that's all the games from 2023
I know.
besides
You got Modern Warfare 3.
holy crap it's not even on the list, bro. Um Oh, we didn't even talk about Diablo 4, did we?
Diablo 4, Modern Warfare 3.
Dang, we missed a couple. Yeah, let's hit Modern Warfare 3 first. I think apparently there's a campaign. Apparently everyone hated it. Um, I've never played it. I've never been one to play Call of Duties for their campaigns. I've always liked how they released a campaign first, so it gives you a reason to play it, because otherwise there's not. I think that I hate what they've done with all of the Call of Duties. I think that taking the prestige system out of the game really sucks. I like Warzone. I think that I just think all these Call of Duty games are the same. All the Modern Warfare's now, like each one new one they come out with, it's the same thing as the Spider-Man games. It's like they're all the same. It's like what
Yeah.
it's like even the purchases of the skins that I played from the last game are carried over to this game. It's like, which I
Yeah,
mean,
I think skill-based matchmaking ruins it.
yeah, I think that it's just another poorly done game. I just think it's boring. It's like I would have
Because
never said that about the old.
I'm
old
pretty
Call of Duty.
ass at the game, but I like playing it.
Yeah.
So when I jump in there in y'all boys lobby, I'm getting my shit handed to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I play the game. I play the game by myself. I'm usually top 2 on the team.
Yeah, I definitely think they should just go back to just randomly finding lobbies. So I'd
I will
give
say this: I've played this Call of Duty more than I've ever played any other Call of Duty besides Black Ops.
I give it a 6.5 out of 10. I can't give it a 7, but
I'm gonna go 7.5.
I'll give you're going 7.5. Holy
Yeah,
crap!
going
I would give Warzone 7 out of 10. I'd say Warzone definitely play. Recommend. I don't think I would recommend the Call of Duty game in general as a whole. I don't think I'd recommend it. Diablo 4, terrible
Diablo
game.
4.
Terrible game. I'm just gonna say one of the most boring games I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
It looks like a literal arcade game. Why in the world I paid so much money for it? I don't know.
Yeah,
because
I bought the
it had
$100
potential.
edition just for that mount, and then they locked that mount up to level 35. And to get to level, by the time you're level 35, you really don't need the mount no more because you got all the fast travel spots unlocked.
Yeah, I think that's just another money hungry company just throwing out a sucky, boring game.
Yeah, it was a boring game.
It's just boring.
All right, how about Madden 24?
Oh dang. I mean, here. I am talking about all the games being the same. Obviously, it's not going to be. They're not going to change that much in the Maddens. I think this Madden's good. I didn't play it as much as I did the last one. I think that they can still improve franchise mode. I think that there's still a lot to improve there.
Yeah.
I would give it a 6 out of 10. I'd give all Madden 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. All right, NBA 2K24.
Unmemorable 5 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend. Nothing will ever beat 2K20.
Yeah.
So,
This is. I played a lot of 2K22. I love that game.
yeah,
23 played a lot of it, but this year I just can't.
it's boring. They've put too much into the cities. I don't know why they think that we want that. We don't. We don't want huge. Like, why does that make sense? I want to have to be on a scooter for 5 minutes just to make it to 6 courts. Like, what? 2K20's park was the best.
Yeah.
So convenient.
Yes, I agree.
So 5 out of 10. I would even go 4 out of 10. I don't even care about it.
Yeah.
So.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
What other games are in 2023 that we played?
Let's see. Gangs of Sherwood.
Gangs of Sherwood. I like it. I mean, it's just something to kill time with. It ain't
Yeah,
nothing major.
it definitely seems like it's definitely not a game I would play all the time for sure. But I could see why some people would like it.
It's just something to get on. It's a lot better co-op than it is by yourself.
Oh yeah, I would say that's
Well,
probably
the
true.
reason I say it is because they're like these these bosses are set up for like a Robin Hood and a Little John to
Right.
beat, not just a Little John, because there's there's some things I can't do. Like I try to beat that boss. I think it's on the third act the other day, and you can't beat it with a ranged character, and you can't beat it with a close character. You got to have one of each.
Right.
So, but yeah,
Um.
I'd say that game's. I'll give it a 5 or 6.
Okay, so what would you say your game of the year would be?
Uh,
I think ours are going to
Hogwarts
be the
Legacy.
same. Yeah, that's what I would say too. I think
And I was mad Hogwarts Legacy didn't win.
I was too. Did they even win anything?
I don't think they won anything.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy. I think
A lot,
I think it's
a lot
definitely
of
the
people
best game.
said it was because the Game Award people that was voting on that stuff, they was all hating on J.K. Rowling
Oh, that
because
could
she
be
was
right.
she
Yeah,
was
that could be right.
transphobe or something
Yeah,
like that. I
that
don't
could be
know,
that could be true.
but I don't care what she is. That game is amazing.
Yeah, the game is good. It's game of the year for me. I don't even think there's anything that closely follows it. I mean, I get why people like Baldur's Gate. I know that Baldur's Gate. I mean, I think people liked Baldur's Gate so much from the beginning because, and even me, the whole reason I bought it was because they were like the first. They were the first gaming studio in a while to release a game, and when it's released, it's completely playable with not many bugs, and you can just play it. Whereas all these other games are just AAA companies just rushing games out the window that need work, and when you're buying an unfinished game, but that's not how it was with Baldur's Gate. So I think
Yeah,
that's why so many people loved it, and I can't blame them. I mean, that's the whole reason I bought it is because I was wanted to support the company. I didn't even want to play the game. I just was like, I just want to support the company. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I bought it. So I
So,
get it.
what game did you? It don't have to be a game that was put out this year, but what game do you think you played the most of this year?
Rainbow for sure. It's
You
got to be. It's
played
got
the
to.
most Rainbow.
Yeah, it's probably gonna. It's got to be R6. R
You know
six.
what? You know
It's
what
gotta.
game I played the most of?
Actually, I don't.
You would think it'd be 2K or something like that, but I played more Smite.
You've played more Smite this year. I've not even seen you
Yeah.
on Smite that much.
Well, I ain't been
Okay.
on Smite in months, but apparently at the beginning of the year to like middle of the year, I played a lot of it
Yeah. Fair enough.
because I was looking at my hours playing, and I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I've definitely played R6 the most. I think. So.
So R6,
Yeah.
that last DLC they gave you, or last
Yeah.
battle pass, or whatever it's called.
This newest map with a new character.
All right, now you rate it.
7 out of 10. His
What's
name's like
what's
his.
the meta in Rainbow right now?
What do you mean? I mean, I don't
Well,
think
there's always been a meta.
I mean,
Like
obviously
who
the new
is the
character. This is a
characters
new
that's
character.
picked? Who is the characters that's picked every game?
Dang. I mean,
There's always them characters that everybody picks every game.
everybody. It seems like there's always somebody playing Ash. Everyone always plays. I think on defense, the only thing that's changed is the new character. He's got a gadget that
Which
freezes the
has
wall or freezes
yeah.
whatever it is. So it makes him paired with Bandit makes it almost impossible for you to breach walls. So he's
So you
the
think Ash is the most played character in that game?
probably. I think she's always been the most played game or character in that game. Great gun, decent. I mean, she's just fast. It's the most. It's like somebody who doesn't play R6 wants to play Ash because it's like that's just what you do. Who you play if you want to just get kills and that's it.
That's kind of weird that The game you like Rainbow Six,
I love
and I
R6.
love I love Red Dead, and they both have had a big resurgence this year.
Red Dead's had a resurgence.
God, yeah, look at their Steam numbers in the past 2 months.
I bet.
Yeah, they like there's a graph I seen the other day, like, and then when I get on, I can tell, man, like the lobbies are full.
What did they bring something out or something?
Not really. I mean, nothing they ain't been doing. Just hey, get this item of clothing. I don't own everything, so it don't matter what the frick they bring in.
Bro, you can't even buy it on Steam.
Well, their player count or whatever it's called.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and Rainbow Six Siege, it had a big resurgence.
Dang, yeah, it did have the month of December had plus 10,000 players.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what? Why? For why?
I, I honestly probably because the snow makes that game just freaking gorgeous. But why is Rainbow took off again this year? Last year,
Jinxie, dude. It's a
you
Jinxie.
think
Jinxie
you think it
himself
was
has
you think
revitalized the
Jinxie
game.
has
Yeah,
so
100%.
so
It's
Ubisoft
only.
should be throwing him some money, huh?
I think they do. I think they have the partnership.
So you think Jinxie is the biggest reason? Not nothing to
100.
do with
The only reason.
oh, so it ain't nothing to do with any of the
No.
maps or characters or anything.
I mean, Jinxie's literally. No, it has nothing to do with that. I mean, the new map's mid. The new character's good, but that doesn't bring people back. What brings people back is they see Jinxie having so much fun that it makes them also, when they think of the game, it brings them joy. And it makes people want to play the game. I mean, Jinxie's the biggest streamer, most popular streamer, most subscribers, and he plays R6. So he's single handedly brought the game back. That's the only reason I even got back into the game was watching him.
All right. So
So.
before we close out on games, let me ask you this: what are 2 to 3 games you're looking forward to in 2024?
Oh God, let me look at the 2024 games. I know that obviously Arc 2.
The family edition.
Yeah, with Vin Diesel supposed to be coming out at the end of the year for 2024. I know that I've been curious of Skull and Bones.
Yeah, it comes out in February.
Yeah. Let's see.
What's one more?
Apparently, there's a Star Wars game coming out called Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah, Star Wars Outlaws. Yeah.
I've not even heard anything about that. So obviously, I'm gonna be I'll probably buy that just because it is what it is.
And it ain't it gonna be a VR game though.
I mean, it doesn't say. It says some PS5 and Xbox Series X. Yeah. So I mean, I don't see really any other memorable games on here.
So the art one was the one that really gets your attention.
Yeah, Arc 2. I honestly don't think they'll probably postpone it indefinitely. Honestly.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think that they'll ever actually release it. I
Wow.
think Skull and Bones and I've been just wanting to see Skull and Bones. I've been excited for that. So.
Well, there's a game called Throne in Liberty I've been looking forward to. Cannot wait till it drops. Also, Helldivers 2. That game's coming out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I got it pre-ordered. But yeah, Throne in Liberty is probably the one I've been like really, really looking forward to.
Yeah.
And Helldivers 2. And I would say probably my third one I'm looking forward to this year is probably Arc Raiders.
Okay.
Not your type of Arc. It's just
not
spelled
my
different.
Yeah,
It's
not my type
spelled
of
different.
Not my type of art.
Ain't no dinosaurs in this one.
No, that's a shame. Yeah, so I think that's all I had for games. So
Same here. So we both agree. Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy, game of the year.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah. All right, well that's all I had. If you're ready to close it out.
Yeah, that's it. We'll be doing some more sports and gaming next week.
Yep, we got this last week of the NFL coming up, and then
Yep.
we're into playoffs.
You got the national championship game.
Yep. So you can catch both of us streaming. I know we both stream basically every day. I stream from about six to midnight, somewhere in that range. So
I ain't on no schedule. I'll just stream anytime. So.
yeah, so stop by. We'd love to see you all, and hear that you came from the pod. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be pretty badass, honestly.
Yeah. So we'll catch you next time.
I see you.